Hello everyone, I'm glad to share with you my final project for JSO02 about capillary action. So my scientific question was, when liquids move through a paper towel, what is the criteria for liquids being able to cross? Is there a density range, or maybe the molecules have to be a certain size? It could be the stickier a substance is, the less likely it is to go through a capillary. So what is this criteria? An important definition to know is capillary action, which is a word I'd say a lot. And it's the movement between liquids through a capillary. A capillary is a narrow or thin tube. In this case, it is a paper towel bridge, which I will use interchangeably with the word capillary. In this experiment, I put the following liquids into three cups each, and created a paper towel bridge to connect them to an empty cup. The following chart shows the properties that I tested for with each liquid and why I chose them. Water was mainly a control variable. Apple cider vinegar had multiple liquids in one. Oil, it was very thin, so not viscous at all, and had large molecule sizes. Corn syrup was very viscous and also had large molecule sizes. Each liquid in this experiment was given one system. A system is shown here, where there's 3 sets of 2 cups with liquids in different positions. So the results of this experiment are astonishing. But before I share those with you, I'd like to share with you my hypotheses. I think that the denser that a substance is, the less likely it can fit through the pores of a paper towel bridge. So oil, which is not dense at all, will have no problem getting through the capillary and will have the most movement between cups. I think that corn syrup is too thick and too dense to move between the cups. Here's some data and images that I collected from this experiment. Corn syrup, as I predicted, was too thick or too big to move through the capillary, but surprisingly to me, oil was also not able to move through the paper towel. Water did so extremely well, and so did apple cider vinegar. Interestingly though, only the vinegar in the apple cider vinegar solution was able to go through the pores in the paper towel. So the explanations for each liquid is that water is not very thick, and it's also a very small molecule, so that's why I was able to squeeze through the pores. Oil is thin like water, but also has large molecules. Vinegar is thin like water and small like water as well. The apple cider part had big molecules. Corn syrup is very thick and has large molecules like oil. It was also not able to pass through. What I collect from this is that the larger that a molecule is, the less likely it can fit through the pores of a paper towel bridge. And that, I think, is the main criteria for whether or not capillary action is possible for a liquid. If I was to do this experiment again, I would try maybe some more liquids, maybe a different capillary, just to test the different facets of what this experiment could do, because I think it's really interesting. Thanks for watching.